Dead is a holiday for remembering and honoring those who have passed.
Day of the Dead is a Mexican celebration that occurs at the same time as Halloween. The moon is much lighter than usual. The souls of the children return on November 1st, adult spirits following November 2nd.
The Day of the Dead is celebrated in both public and private spaces. They celebrate the day to honor the deceased loved ones. They set up an altar and clean and decorate the graves.
Day of the Dead is a Mexican holiday celebrated throughout Mexico and around the world in other cultures. The holiday focuses on gatherings of family and friends to pray for them, remember friends and family members who have died. It is partially celebrated in Mexico, where it is a national holiday and all banks are closed.
People spend over 2 months' income to honor their relatives. They think that if you make them happy, they will protect you, give you wisdom, and give you good luck.
Altars are used to honor the passing of a loved one. People decorate altars in many different ways. Offerings are laid on top. They use candles, marigold flowers, incense from a tree, salt, a photo of their loved ones, pan de muerto, sugar skulls, fruit, and other foods on altars.
Setting up an altar with offerings that the loved ones liked, cleaning and decorating the graves for their loved ones. They tell stories about their loved ones.
Sugar skulls are skulls that are given to the adults and the children for the Day of the Dead. They can be decorated with sparkles, rhinestones, beads, feathers, and anything that can stick to the glue. They are not meant to be scary, they are meant to be happy. They are meant to be cheery enough to clear away all fear or concern about what they stand for.
Sugar skulls are used as gifts for the living and the dead on the Day of the Dead. They are placed on altars of the dead and often have the receiver's name on the forehead of the skull. While they are edible, it isn't recommended to eat them because it's hard as a rock and pure sugar.
Sugar skulls are given as gifts to both the living and dead. They often put the name of the recipient on the forehead. When given to dead, they do it lovingly on an altar. The skulls are not creepy or morbid. They are happy and bright.
The Lady of the Dead is an Aztec goddess that is said to watch over the bones of our ancestors. She is very important to the Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos starts on October 31st and ends on November 2nd. It's a tradition that many Mexican families celebrate. Not just any culture can celebrate it. You have to believe in the dead, but at the same time fear of it. We hand make our decorations. My mom and grandma make skull cookies and cupcakes. When my mom was younger, she made paper mache skulls. She has 8 and made all of them but 2 that she bought. The history of the Day of the Dead started in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, that they wanted to keep the dead alive, as if they never died to them. They were still there, and that is my introduction of El Dia de los Muertos.
During the Day of the Dead, me and my family put up an altar with the things that my grandfathers liked and some special bread made for the Day of the Dead called Pan de los Muertos. Then a path is made from the petals of a flower used a lot in the Day of the Dead called Flor de Cempasúchil. I am not sure why we use those flowers, but that is what we used. We also go buy flowers so we can put them in the graves belonging to the people that we are remembering. When the altar is put up, we put some burning coals on a clay bowl and add some little yellowish rocks that I think are man-made. Those little rocks are put to make smoke and release an aroma.